Let's clarify what makes up a foundation food and what makes up a fun food. A foundation food, as far as I consider it, and as far as the purposes for your nutrition protocols, are basically foods that are not terribly complicated. So if you look at the food itself, foods that don't come in packaging, such as your vegetables, fruits, your grains. I mean, they may come in packages, but if you look at the ingredients, the ingredient is rice. The ingredients are apples. Simple things like that. Ingredients, chicken. Not a lot of additional complications to the ingredient list. So foods that might have some processing happening to it for shelf life or for general consumability can still be considered foundation foods. The fun foods are those foods that tend to be, the ingredient lists tend to be longer. They tend to be foods that are a little bit more highly processed. So would you consider something like apples versus applesauce foundation foods? Applesauce, if there's not a lot of sugar added to it, definitely would be considered a foundation food, even though it is a little bit more processed. So that's how I look at it and I interpret it. I tend to find that people start to get a little bit into overthinking on some of these things, and the list we give you is just a very basic list to get you started and have you have some things to go to. But as you start to go through your pantries and your grocery stores, through your daily lives, if you come upon something you're not sure about, just ask your coach. Again, foundation foods should make up the majority of your food choices, and those are going to be the ones that are going to make up your macronutrients, but they will also contribute a lot of micronutrients. So, for example, the situation with rice cakes. Rice cakes are simple foods. They are not terribly nutrient dense. A lot of people use them. They are perfectly fine. Are they foundation foods? I do consider them a foundation food, but as I mention this often, it is not something I want people to think that they can eat all of their carbohydrates from rice cakes. I think of rice cakes as being sort of carbohydrate fillers when you need 7 grams here or there. So hopefully that helps you to start to look at foundation foods and fun foods and make decisions on that. If any questions, just ask.